Today, a couple of rivals doing battle in the NFC North. It's the Chicago Bears. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. #1 pick in the 2024 draft. It's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Edgerrin Cooper on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Off play action. Here's Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Micah Parsons gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Evan Williams. And the Packers are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Love. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
A gain of 17 yards.
17 yards on that play. Good for a Green Bay first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. When they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 9. out of the shotgun. It's Love. Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay. Oh, the teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Bears offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back. 1st and 10. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Micah Parsons getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Forced out wide. He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a really good effort on 3rd down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
On 4th down, the Bears send out their second-year man, Torrey Taylor, to punt. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10.
He was brought down by D'Arabo Jackson. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Love to throw it on 1st down. That's to the sideline and intercepted. And he's going to be for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. Now Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
2nd and 10. They will run it over center with Swift. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Edgerrin Cooper on the stop. A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd down and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives. It is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
On play action, Love. This one, up top for Dobbs. And that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. Back to the air, it's Love. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, Packers.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
Love to throw on first and 10. Looking downfield, that's Musgrave, the tight end. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Golden. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This a 48-yard attempt. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers go out to a 10-3 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready for this next possession. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start first and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. On first down, it's Swift. The defense stringing him out. No gain back to the original line of scrimmage.
Edgerrin Cooper on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's second and 9. They'll go again with Swift. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
The 46-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. They're going to run. It's the man from Rutgers, Kyle Monunga. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. Rolling right.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
It is 2nd and 6. Here's Williams. Quick throw here is complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
He'll work his way forward for the 3 yards. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
At the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Another run here. Another run by Swift. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as they stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 3rd
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go. It's Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
That's another.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That's to the rookie out of Missouri, Luther Burden. And he's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Cairo Santos to add the point after. It's up and through. And the Bears will tie things up. It's now 10-10. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Packers offense going to take over just before the half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Now Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That's to the left side and taken in by Golden. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
Packers going to use their final timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Love. Downfield, he's got his receiver, Wicks. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there. Good snap, good hold, really good operation by the specialist. Gives this offense the lead right before the halftime break. Now the question will be, can they build on this as they try to close this game out as we look forward to the second half?
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now as this one is in the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They face 2nd down and 7. To throw, it's Williams. Now he'll air one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. And hold that thought, let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Packers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big one there to start the second half. 37 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That complete to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Love. Toward the outside, catch made by Watson.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. Here's Love. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
25-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Packers will extend their third quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Brendan McManus.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll get this out to the left flat. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and the 1st down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
Williams going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
A play fake. Now Williams. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here in the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They're going for it. Here's Williams. That's taken in, and he will have the 1st down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
Here's 1st and 10. Throw it again. It's Williams. They'll go underneath to Kmet on the screen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On the RPO, quick toss to Burton. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Throwing again, Williams. That's complete to Moore on the right side. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. This is almost certainly 4-down territory if they need them all. Touchdown, extra point gives them the lead. It is 1st down and goal. And that's over everybody. Out of the back of the end zone. It is incomplete.
Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision making here. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Give up the middle with Swift. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
In motion, it's Odunze.
The last thing you can afford in this situation, Mike, is to take a sack. You don't want to go backwards and make the 4th down try that much more challenging. Keep the ball on the ground. Even if you come up short, you'd get another crack at it. And I think now on 4th down, if they do go for it, it's got to come through the air.
So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. 4th down and goal. Oh, the hard count looked like they cut somebody to jump. If they did, they pick up the 1st down.
Still 4th down.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown. So they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. Kyle Monunga! Touchdown there. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score. But they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
Santos for the extra point. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Packers 16.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Packers offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
Johnson. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42 now, here's second and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Throwing on second down, Love. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
To Josh Jacobs. It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 2.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. On play action, Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
22 yards.
First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, they'll come up for second and 9. Jacobs. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 4.
They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. They'll go with Jacobs, and he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
He was brought down
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
At the Bears' 9-yard line.
Second and goal. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. A second down throw for Love. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. To throw is Love. Good blocking, and he's in. Jordan Love, touchdown Packers. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes
receivers in the end zone. This quarterback realized quickly it was his legs he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal.
And he is not going to get in. Stopped on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Duvernay on the return. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Bears offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Williams. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Micah Parsons in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive.
At this point in the game, you find yourself trailing. There's only so many possessions left here in regulation. And now after that 1st down sack, this is on the verge of being another wasted possession. And
it'll bring up 3rd down.
Great job there defensively separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments in the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
3rd and long. Here's Williams. Again, working deep downfield. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. And this one really all over but the shouting. 1 timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. One timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So, it's a win for the Packers. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.